And our own correspondent Shweta Bajaj from New Delhi shared some details on the celebration. Good evening, Shweta. What were the highlights of this year's Republic Day celebration, usually filled with fanfares and pageantry?
Well, like you mentioned, of course, the first highlight was the fact that for the first time ever, foreign troops were part of India's Republic Day parade. Like you said, the contingent of the French military, the 35th Infantry Regiment, it led the marching contingent. This was done with India's own infantry regiment as well. So both the soldiers walked together at the India Gate, where the entire parade was being watched, not just by, of course, President Francois Hollande, who is the guest of honor here, also Indian President Pranab Mukherjee and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Also, it was a situation where there was unprecedented security. There have been many arrests that have been made leading up to this year's Republic Day parade. There was a high terror alert here in New Delhi and in many other parts of India. That saw an unprecedented security. We had 15,000 CCTV cameras in a very, very small radius to make sure everything goes fine. Also, this time round, the parade was much shorter. This was done not just because the security was an issue this time round, but they wanted to finish it in a certain point because there were a whole lot of other engagements to be met. There was an army dog squad that was part of India's Republic Day parade this time round. This happened after 26 years. Other than that, the country's highest gallantry award was also given. And of course, there was the 3 service chiefs of India who were part of that. Other than that, you also had India's military might being shown through its Sukhoi fighters, other range of fighters. The parade really ended just the way it usually does with the Indian Air Force's contingent.
And Francois Hollande was there. The parade came a day after India signed a $9 billion deal with France to buy 36 Rafale warplanes. So that's why French President Francois Hollande was invited as a guest honor. What does this say about India's military capacity and its diplomacy?
Okay, let's have a look at what India is planning to do. What it's planning to do is that it is planning to invest $150 billion to overhaul its military might. As far as negotiations with France were concerned, it originally was looking at buying over 120 aircrafts. That didn't really go through, and it decided to buy 36 Rafale aircrafts, what it calls ready-to-fly condition, which means that the delivery should be immediate. This is because India has certain needs as far as fighter aircrafts are concerned to get certain number of aircrafts as soon as possible. Even though the deal has been signed, there's still a very important aspect which is not yet decided, which is the price. Both the leaders announced that the deal has been announced and they have signed a memorandum of understanding, but the financial aspect still needs to be sorted. The French president said it will take a couple of days to do that. The French company Dassault said that it will be at least by the end of the month, or at least at the end of a month, that it will be clear what kind of pricing we are looking at for these aircraft. So the financial aspect still needs to be decided. As far as India's own overhaul is concerned, this is a very important part of its overhaul because these negotiations have been going on for years now, and India's need is actually to get the delivery as soon as possible. But if you look at the original size of the deal, which was supposed to be over 120 aircraft, it's now come down to about 36 in flyaway condition, which is to meet the Indian Air Force's urgent needs.
All right. Thank you so much, Shweta, for your reporting from New Delhi.